Do not try to copy anything which appears on the following program. All activities on Don't Try This at Home are carried out under highly controlled conditions and should not be attempted by viewers. There's a serious challenge in store for this audience member, but what is it? Plus, stand by for a danger-defying dash against the clock escape mean speed for tonight's international challenger. And you just won't believe what happens to this Essex school teacher when she takes on a super scary challenge of a lifetime. They'll all meet danger up close on the most fear-filled hour on television. Ladies and gentlemen, Darren Day and Davina McCall.
Welcome to Don't Try This at Home, the show where danger's on the menu.
That's right. You're on board for 60 minutes of ordinary people doing extraordinary things, and extraordinary people doing things you didn't even think were possible.
Now, as you'll know by now, Don't Try This at Home really is challenging television. We give you the challenges and you give us some of the most stunning examples of triumph over terror. We can make it safe, but only you can make it happen.
And remember, our programme title is not an empty catchphrase. Don't Try This at Home means just that. Nothing you see on this show should be attempted by you. All our activities are carried out under strict safety procedures, so please, please don't copy what you see.
That's absolutely right. And tonight's show is a particularly spectacular one, and we have rather a demanding Saturday challenge to kick off with. And as usual, for the Saturday challenge, we're going to need a challenger from our studio audience.
Yeah.
Yes, one of you lot.
So when you came in tonight, ladies and gentlemen, you were all given a card. You were asked to write your name on that card. Now's the time to get those cards out. Okay, hold the cards up. Now, in the aisles, you will see a steward. A steward will be making their way down in the aisles. What I'd like you to do is to pass your cards along to the end of your row, and they will be collected by the stewards, and then they will be brought onto the studio floor. Just one person is going to be randomly selected from our ballot box and go forward for an awesome Saturday night challenge. How are we doing? Got a few in? Pass them along. Okay.
Shall I
Last few cards being put in.
Box,
Let's take the lid off the box.
ceremoniously.
Right. Pull them in. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
Cool, there's a lot of people out there tonight, isn't
You're
there?
very glamorous, babes. You've got very glamorous stewards. Was that your
With
idea,
special
Dan?
Don't Try This at Home t-shirts.
Super.
Okay, so we've got all the cards in the box. Let's give them a shake up, shall we?
Sorry, I'm just doing my assistant bit. One of those posh.
Should we stir it as well? Let's stir it all around.
Can I pick it? Please?
Okay,
can
but you can't look.
Can I?
Yep, you pick it. Go on.
Okay. Nick Corbett.
Nick Corbett, where are you?
So, Nick, we know your name, but how old are you and where are you from?
I'm 22 and I'm from London.
Okay.
Got a job, Nick?
No, I'm a student at Bournemouth University.
Okay.
Nick, you've taken up tonight's Saturday Challenge. Now, we've had a few in the past.
We have.
And they've been particularly exciting. Let me just tell you what they were. The first one, we took a gentleman on, put him in a car, and we had a 7-ton monster truck drive over him. The second one, we got a lady to ride a motorbike through a tunnel of flames. The third one, we got a lady to sit on the handlebars of a motorbike and go around the wall of fear. So, don't make it worse for you. Oh, I'm
Nick,
sorry.
he's trying to leave.
I'm sorry. Come here.
Okay, now Nick, I've got to tell you at this point, there is a car as usual outside waiting to take you to our secret mystery location tonight. But before you can get in that car, we have to ask the magic question. Are you prepared to take on tonight's Saturday challenge?
Yep.
He's going to go for it, ladies and gentlemen. find out just what he is going to be challenged to do. Kate Thornton is live at our location. Is he out of the studio yet? I believe he is. OK. Let's see what's in store. Good evening, Kate.
Hi Darren, hi Davina. You join me here on location for this week's Saturday challenge, just a stone's throw from the Don't Try This at Home studios. And what a thrilling challenge we've got in store for this week's lucky participant. When Nick Corbett arrives here in just a while, we're going to challenge him to get into this car. You see? Well, it doesn't end there. While the car's travelling along, it's going to tip itself onto one side so that it's travelling on just two wheels. We're then going to challenge Nick to climb out of the passenger side window and stand on the car door, all while the car's still travelling on just two wheels. So, it's a thrilling one, but is he up to it? We'll find out when he gets here.
Crikey. That's a good one. Thank you very much, Kate. I have to say, I'm really glad I'm not in his shoes. That is a difficult challenge. Well, we'll check out Nick's reaction to the news of that just a little bit later on.
And now, on Don't Try This at Home, another of our amazing guests, and I warn you, this is an incredible one. From San Jose, please welcome Ray McCraig. Ray, sorry, I did actually just tell the audience it was an amazing one. You're blowing bubbles.
Well, Davina,
Yeah.
my friends like the bubbles.
Who are your friends?
Well, let me show you my friends.
Yeah.
Well, I've got Jessica.
Jessica.
There's Jessica.
That's Jessica, everybody.
There's Jessica. James.
Oh.
James.
How long? What? These are not just any old spiders, are they?
They're tarantulas. They get big.
They get big. And what are they now? They're not big?
No, they're babies.
They're big. And do they sting?
No.
Excuse me, you've got a little friend there.
Okay, that's Star.
Star. You've got one just behind your neck there.
Who is that? Who is that?
Is it uncomfortable having them all over you?
Oh, no.
Do they ever get angry?
Yes.
Do they?
They are very territorial.
Are they? I hope you're not missing any. Should we look? No.
This is Michael.
Hi, Michael. Who's this?
This is Chris.
In there? Yes? Oh, excuse me. Right, family show. Yes, okay.
Okay, well, I'd like you to meet Willie.
Family show. Well, that's absolutely amazing. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 tarantulas in total. Ladies and gentlemen, Ray McRae.
I am going nowhere near those things. And of course, if you find any spiders, or indeed if you own a pet tarantula, please don't try and copy what you've just seen. And now, the agency wires have been buzzing and the newsroom phones have been ringing. Our correspondents all around the globe have been beavering tirelessly to bring you stories you really care about. That can only mean one thing. It's time to whiz round the wonderments on this crazy planet with the Don't Try This at Home World News.
First to Sydney, Australia, where 4 men in dinner jackets decided to enjoy an elegant haute cuisine dinner, hanging 75 metres from the top of a cliff. These social climbers were served by a high-class waiter who lowered himself specially for the occasion. The pre-dinner cocktails naturally included high balls, but even though the diners were literally hanging around, the service wasn't. Only when the starters arrived did the whole thing fall apart. Diners waved a sad farewell to their Arbroath smokies. Several hungry people in a launch weren't about to let good food go to waste.
Now to Hong Kong, China, and the 50-storey high Far East Financial Centre, where Spider-Man Alain Robert was sizing up his climb without ropes. Just those worn-out white gloves thrown away by the guy that loads the balls on the lottery. So reflection or his identical twin brother for company, he set off to scale the 50-story building, conspicuously without a bucket and chamois in case anyone asked him if he could clean the windows while he was up there. Previously scaled a 14-floor hotel in Kuala Lumpur, but this was stunningly more awesome. Apart from the old gloves, Alain's only other aid was a patch of talcum powder to help his grip, but he had to do the splits to get at it. Then it was off again, pain by pain, as Robert scaled the daunting plate glass structure. Down below, the local emergency services didn't share his confidence in the success of his venture. The fire brigade was wondering what to do to bring him down, as they didn't have a ladder long enough to reach him. As he paused to pull faces of the people on the other side of the glass, the truly remarkable nature of Alain's climb became fully apparent. Remember, this is without ropes or other climbing equipment. Two men dressed as safety matches shared a joke. The police weren't sure what to do next, but the fire brigade had just the idea to bring him down. They used the escalator. Wound up where he usually does, in jail.
Finally to Oklahoma City, USA, where two men preferred to get to the roof of a tall building in the usual way, by lift. And unlike Alain, their plan was to come down unconventionally, by jumping off. Luckily, they brought their parachutes with them. It was this guy in the fetching white outfit's first jump from a building, so someone pulled his ripcord for him and he landed safely. But from another angle, you see that his partner gets into trouble. He goes into free fall and barely opens the chute in time, while the novice sailed quietly overhead. As both jumpers relived the drop, it was revealed why the experienced parachutist got into trouble. He was clearly weighed down by the black rat sellotape.
And that's the way it is on the Don't Try This at Home World News Tonight.
For you next week.
That's right. Now, though, let's see what's happening with tonight's Saturday Challenge. A few minutes ago, we loaded Nick Corbett into a car and sent him speeding off into the night to our special location, where he'll discover what challenge awaits him. He should be arriving there just about now. So, without further ado, let's cross over live to the Saturday Challenge and Kate Thornton.
You're joining me just as tonight's Saturday challenger, Nick Corbett, is arriving. Now, remember, he doesn't have a clue what we've got planned for him here tonight. Nick.
Hi.
I'm Kate, nice to meet you.
Hi, Kate, all right.
How you doing?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Now, Nick, you haven't a clue what you're here for tonight, have you?
No.
It's very easy.
Yeah?
I'm going to challenge you to get into this car here, which is going to be driven by a precision driver, a man called Russ Swift. Can you handle that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah? Okay. Now, when Russ starts driving, he's then going to tip the car on its side so that it's travelling on just two wheels. Yeah?
Lovely.
Okay, while it's on two wheels, we're then going to challenge you to climb out of this passenger door here, out of the window, so that while the car's travelling on two wheels, you're then standing on the passenger door.
This weekend, yeah. Yeah.
You don't want a moment to think about this? It sounds easy, but it is actually quite a tricky manoeuvre.
Okay.
You're going to do it?
Yeah.
Okay, what a sport. Well, Nick Corbett has decided to take tonight's Saturday challenge. We're going to give you some training so you know the ropes. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, in just a moment to watch Nick climb out of the passenger side window of this car while it's travelling on two wheels and standing on the door. No hands. We'll see you then.
That's not one that I would want to do at all. Now, did you see his face after he'd agreed to do the challenge? And it all started sinking in, the enormity of what he was going to do, and he was like going, oh no, what am I saying? Anyway, we'll see whether he really does go through with it later on. Still to come tonight, to take cover, fellas. Paul Hendy could be in your local shopping centre challenging you to have your legs waxed. And Darren goes back to school to surprise this teacher with an astonishing challenge of a lifetime. Find out who she is and what she'll be doing only on Don't Try This at Home.
Welcome to part 2 of Don't Try This at Home. Do we have some thrills for you? Later, you'll see what happened when I headed for Essex with a challenge of a lifetime for school teacher Mel Cambridge. But first, it's time for more breathtaking action. Please welcome members of the Gandini Juggling Project. Did you enjoy that, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah. Well, the best bit is still to come. But for the next bit, you see, I need someone to help me with that next bit. Someone from the audience. We need a volunteer. Now, do we just get someone to volunteer, or shall I pick someone? I might just pick someone. I like the green stripy jumper, but not tonight. Let me see. Could it be you? Nice scarf, nice brown scarf? No, I don't think so. Could it be you, sir? I like your red blouse. That's what I like. Would you join me down on the floor? Are you willing to? Give a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. You a bit nervous?
Yes.
What's your name?
Audrey.
Hello, Audrey. Where are you from?
Beckenham in Kent.
Beckenham. Audrey from Beckenham. Now, let me tell you what we're going to ask you to do tonight. We're going to ask you to walk through the jugglers. Okay, sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just to the other side. Now, they're going to be throwing clubs across your head as you're going. The only thing is, the clubs are going to be on fire. How do you feel about that, Audrey? Bit nervous? Bit nervous? Well, I do have to ask you, of course, we wouldn't make you do this if you weren't willing. Are you prepared to take on tonight's challenge?
I'll have a go.
Give her a round of applause, it's going to go for it. Now, Wards, don't worry, okay? Yeah. You all right?
Yeah.
Now, what's going to happen is we're going to start with Chris and Alex here, the first couple, okay?
Yeah.
They're going to give you your first command. So only when they give you the command do you go, okay?
Yeah.
And as you come to each new couple, all right, you wait for the command each time, okay?
Yeah.
As long as you do that, everything's fine. You still okay for it?
Yes.
We wish you luck, don't we, in the studio? Yeah. Okay. Audrey, good luck, guys. In your own time. Remember, wait for the command each time.
Yeah,
Okay, good luck. Go. Go. How do you feel, darling? You all right?
All right. Yeah.
You feeling good?
Yeah.
Wasn't she great? Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause for Audrey and, of course, for Gandini Juggling Project.
Great thing to do. And now we have a challenge for a champion as we go worldwide once again. In Sydney, Australia, Tristan Banks is waiting with a gruelling race against the clock for this week's International Challenger. So let's hook up with Tristan on the other side of the world.
Hi Darren, hi Davina. Here we are at the beautiful sunny Eastern Creek Raceway in New South Wales, where many a high-speed pursuit has taken place, but never anything like the challenge that we're about to attempt. The 19-year-old Daniel Thompson reckons he can do a 4-kilometre circuit in under 3 minutes. Oh, he'll be inline skating with a little help from Jim Richards, one of Australia's greatest racing drivers, and his 300 horsepower racing car. Now, Daniel, welcome to the show, mate. Are you insane? What are you doing?
Oh, sometimes crazy.
How long have you been skating for?
10 years. It started when I was 9.
Right, and have you ever tried anything like this before?
No,
Wow.
never even thought of it.
Wow, that's scary stuff. All right, and you're going to do speeds of around 75 miles an hour or 120 kilometres an hour wearing these 2 inches off the ground. I mean, what are the dangers involved?
Oh, well, the wheels could heat and you could have 600 degrees Celsius urethane splattered all over my body. I could have the bearings could seize up, and if I even let go, I could end up going under the wheels of the car.
What happens when the wheels explode? What would happen if you had a blowout?
I'd crash and burn. I could go under the car.
Well, let's hope that doesn't happen. Thank God you've got so much experience. So, good luck, mate.
Yeah.
Get your skates
Thanks.
on. We'll see you in a minute. Now, I must stress the fact that today's challenge will be taking place under serious safety precautions. There's a safety officer here, and Daniel will be hanging on to bars specially designed for this challenge. So please, don't try to copy this at home. As Darren and Davina might say, don't try this at home. Now, we're about to go and get my skates on. See you in a minute.
To get a handle on this challenge, Daniel Thompson needs to focus. The wheels are hot, the revs are rising, red light spells danger, but green light means go! One lap has Eastern Creek Raceway, 3.93 kilometres in less than 3 minutes. Even under controlled conditions, this challenge is fraught with danger. The turbulence is taking effect as they speed into the first bend. Daniel is fighting to maintain that balance and his grip of the safety bar. A radio link between Daniel and Jim Richards, one of the most successful Australian motorsport drivers, enables Jim to balance the stress imposed on those 10 tiny wheels with the immense pulling power of the car. 120 kilometres an hour on this part of the course. Daniel's been with the New South Wales speed team since 1992, but nothing would have prepared him for this. Daniel's fighting to control his skates and lets Jim know it. Despite the slipstream, Daniel's taking a serious airflow buffeting. Jim adjusted speed and line into the bend where the clock is ticking down. The stress on those tiny wheel bearings is phenomenal. To add to Daniel's problems, it's about now that his muscles will begin to feel like lead. The agony on his hands, his arms and legs really starts to cut in. It's a teeth-gritting battle through the pain barrier, but it's Daniel up to the challenge. The sign says 50, but Jim's doing almost 70 kilometres an hour into that long left-hand turn. Down the hill to accelerate away. Jim needs to make up the time they lost compensating for Daniel's earlier balance problems. The danger level is extreme, and as always, we remind you of what the title of the show demands. Don't try this at home. With the enormous heat being generated, Daniel knows those wheels could shatter at any moment. The chopper squad there to provide spectacular aerial coverage of this nail-biting challenge. Another long left-hand bend before Jim starts to brake as hard as he dare to negotiate the next sharp right. Can Daniel cope with the G-force? Daniel digging deep into the courage bank to overcome his most serious balance problem so far. He's regained control of the situation as Jim eases that 2-litre 5-cylinder monster into the next bend. Daniel's helmet cam shows how terrifying this ordeal really is, and all the time the clock is running down. Nearing the end of the lap, and look, the time is going to be tight. After this serious right-hander, they'll be on to the final straight. The chase car shows how Jim's pushing it to the limit. Another test for Daniel. Well, another potential disaster is somehow overcome. It's all about Daniel and the clock now, and he's not going to beat Father Time on this one. Not a chance. Jim slows to a full stop as quickly as he can. The ordeal is over for Daniel, and of course, he doesn't yet know what we know. Tristan is the bearer of the bad news.
You were so close, we had a stopwatch on it and you were 10 seconds over. It was so close, you were doing 120 kilometres per hour and we're going, no, Daniel, no! And you just missed out. But no, thanks a lot for coming on the show, mate, I appreciate it. Awesome speed, an unbelievable challenge, but not quite meeting the standards of a Don't Try This at Home international challenge. Back to you guys in London.
So close, but no record busting in Australia tonight for Daniel Thompson. But now, It's time to meet a real man. A man who knows no fear. A man who can't take no for an answer. But he can't afford to because he knows what it will do to him if he does. Here's Paul Hendy!
Now then, as you'll know by now, this is the part of the show where each week Paul accepts a challenge from us. He has to go into a shopping centre somewhere in Britain and find a specific number of participants to take on a specific activity. If Paul can't persuade the right number of people, he has to perform it himself here in the studio.
And now, Paul, if I remember correctly, last one was quite an amusing one for us women.
I suppose you could say that, Davina, yes. There it was. It was finding 3 men prepared to have their legs waxed.
At last, men will know the meaning of pain.
Well, let's see how the Hendy got on. Here's what happened to Paul in the mall.
I'm looking for a man who likes a challenge. You like a challenge?
Possibly, why?
I'm going to challenge you to have your legs waxed right here, right now.
I don't think so.
Have you got hairy legs?
A little bit, yeah.
Come have a look. Yeah. Show us your hairy legs, sir. Oh, a bit of tattoo there as well.
Yeah, we know.
I challenge you to let us wax your legs right here, right now.
Right, no way.
Roll up your trousers there. Let's have a look. Let's have it. Oh, hairy legs, I think. How would you like us to wax those legs for you right here, right now?
Not really.
Why not?
Because it'll hurt.
Just a little bit, maybe. A little bit of pain's all right, isn't it?
What, you doing, the whole leg or what?
Well, as much as you can take, sir. How's that?
One strip, I think.
Result. You're a star.
You missed a bit.
Not me, mate.
Why not?
Not me.
Why?
No,
Have you got hairy legs?
No chance.
What do you mean, no chance?
No, John, what do I want shiny legs for?
Go on, nice finish.
No, thank you, no.
Have you got hairy legs?
Yeah.
Can we see proof of your hairy legs? Lift them up. Hey, hairy legs. I'm challenging you to let us wax your legs right here, right now.
No.
Go. These legs need waxing. No.
Hairy legs.
Just a little patch.
No.
You don't fancy it?
No.
Take your hat off a minute.
I've had that way.
Yeah. Have you got hairy legs?
Yes.
Let me see your hairy legs. Yes, reasonably hairy. I'm going to challenge you to let us wax your legs right here, right now.
Yeah, got him.
You do.
Too bad. Stunt.
Giggling, that bloke. Every time you stripped it off, he giggled. A good try, Paul, I have to say, but you see, you didn't quite hit your target of 3 participants, did you?
And you do know what that means, don't you?
Unfortunately, I do, yeah.
Yes, it means you're coming with me.
No.
You remember Therese, don't you? Therapist.
Hello.
If you'd like to come behind this screen here and
Yes.
take your trousers off, please.
Get them off, Hendy!
Okay, girls, I know it's hard for you to contain yourselves at the idea of Paul with his trousers off, but do try. Things are heating up in the studio as we're waiting for Paul to emerge. You were obviously confident that you weren't going to have to do this. What does that say for everybody?
Simply irresistible.
Yes, get on that then.
But only on one side.
Yeah. Thank you.
Therese, do your worst.
Be kind.
Are they hairy?
Go on, Trace.
They're lovely.
I'm not looking forward to this. I have
In
to say.
there.
You've got nice legs, ladies and gentlemen.
For all you gentlemen out there, you put the warm wax on, you get lulled into false sense of security.
Is that a lolly stick?
Here we go, so you put the wax.
Wait.
And 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm really enjoying this. Hold my hand. one leg done. Ooh, silky smooth.
No, it's all gone. It's amazing, isn't it?
That hurt.
Did you hear what Trace just said? Bikini line next. We do it. Are you all right? Does it really hurt? He's giggling with the pain is so extreme. Oh, yes, congratulations! I think we should just set you next week's little challenge, don't you, Darren?
I think we should give him a week off after that, but no. We have our 3 envelopes here as usual. Choose your challenge, Paul.
I'm not sure I want to, but I'll go for the red.
To match your legs.
Thank you. There we go. Find 6 people prepared to retrieve a £5 note from a giant tank of foam.
Oh, well, we wish you luck with that one, mate. Well done for today. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Paul Hendy. What a man.
And he's not getting these back. Right now, but when we return, stand by for a stunning challenge of a lifetime for this Romford school teacher. What will it be? Well, you'll find out in part 3 of Don't Try This at Home.
Thank you very much. Welcome back. Coming up shortly, a remarkable challenge of a lifetime for this woman, ethics school teacher Mel Cambridge. You'll find out just what extraordinary endeavour we challenged her to take on in just a few minutes. First, though, it's back to our Saturday challenge because I believe that Nick Corbett is now ready to go through with it. So let's rejoin Kate Thornton.
Here we are ready to go for tonight's Saturday challenge where London student Nick Corbett is going to get in this car which will be driven along and then mount 2 wheels. Nick is then going to climb out of the passenger window to stand on the passenger door, all while the car is still moving on those 2 wheels. Now Nick, I have to ask you one last time, you've had some time to think about this. Are you sure you want to go ahead with it?
Yep.
Are you positive?
Positive.
You can back out now.
No, not now.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Well, the very, very best of luck to you.
Cheers.
I must emphasise that this is a dangerous activity and it's not something you should be trying yourself, so please don't try this at home. Look, I'm going to go and watch them somewhere safe.
Okay.
You get in and I'm going to hopefully see you the other end.
Cheers.
Best of luck. Goodness me! You made it look quite effortless, but it wasn't, was it?
No, not at all.
Oh, what was going through your mind as you were clambering out?
I don't know, it just went very quickly. It's all a bit much.
Oh, congratulations! You didn't think you would do it, did you?
I wasn't convinced, no.
No, you were very nervous beforehand.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, what a challenger, what a trooper. And now it's time to go back to the studio to Darren and Davina.
Amazing. And as Kate said, that challenge was carried out under very special conditions using a highly trained precision driver. So don't try to recreate that yourselves, please.
Absolutely not. And now, on to our most extreme challenge of the week, the challenge of a lifetime. As you know, this is the ultimate test of human resolve, a challenge of epic proportions and major danger. Let me first of all remind you how it works. Davina or I will turn up at your home or place of work, and you'll have absolutely no warning that we're coming for you. We'll then offer you 3 envelopes, each one containing a different challenge described only by a curious cryptic clue. You'll then be taken straight away to the location of your challenge, and it's only at that point that you'll find out exactly what your challenge is.
You'll then have the choice either to go ahead with the challenge or to say, thanks, but it's not for me. If you don't go ahead, you will see it performed by a member of the Don't Try This at Home safety team.
So, let's find out what decision tonight's challenger made. She's a school teacher from Romford in Essex, and she's here tonight with her husband, Alan. It's the challenge of a lifetime for Mel Cambridge! Very big welcome to the show to both of you. Now, Mel, we always say this on the show, but you really didn't have a clue that I was coming for you, did you?
Not at all.
Well, we could see by your reaction how surprised you were when Darren steamed in to get you.
I'm here in Romford to surprise teacher Mel Cambridge, who's in for the surprise of a lifetime. Now, she's in there teaching class 7 geography right now, so let's go and see if she's ready for the challenge of a lifetime. Hi, girls. I'm looking for Miss Cambridge. Do you know where she might be? Any ideas? Could this be Mel Cambridge?
Yeah.
Hi, Darren Dave from Don't Try This at Home. Now then, we hear the word on the street that you're up for a bit of a challenge.
Oh, yeah,
And so, yeah? Well, we've set 3 challenges for you. There's 3 challenges in these envelopes here. Now, what we've got to do is choose one of them, Mel.
I'll go for yellow.
Okay, you go for the yellow?
Yeah.
Okay, choose your challenge, Mel. It's the moment of truth.
Oh my
What does it say? Let's have a look what it says. You'll be getting a grip on gravity. Any ideas what that could be?
Bungee jumping, parachute.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mel, there's only one way to find out, and that's to come with me right now. Girls, you can get on with your homework and wish Mel good luck. Give her a round of applause. Say good luck, girls. You did look shocked, I have to say. I'm not surprised, though. I mean, when I barged, what did you think when I barged in like that?
I thought, what's Darren Day doing in my class?
You would. Now, the clue. On the way to the location itself, did you sort of try and
I tried
unravel
to
it?
work things out. I mean, gravity, what goes up must come down, so it had to be something to do with that. But I just didn't have a clue.
Sure.
I really didn't.
What about you, Alan? Did you sort of try and work out a cryptic clue?
I thought it might be ballooning or bungee jumping, but I never dreamed it would be what it was.
The week was almost over. We drove Mel then straight from school to the location of her challenge of a lifetime. And remember, she had no idea where she was going or what she'd be doing.
Mel. Hi, Mel. Hi, I'm Davina. You may have seen here. You may have guessed what your challenge is, right? Can you?
So.
Yeah, okay, well, come with me and I'll explain it to you a bit better. Now, what we're going to do is we're really going to set you the challenge of a lifetime. It's an enormous personal challenge for you. We're going to take you up in a plane, right? We're going to get you to 12,000 feet. Then we're going to get you to jump out and you're going to free fall.
On my own.
You're going to free fall. Then you're going to join a team of other skydivers and you're going to make a formation. You're going to do some manoeuvres with them. 15 other skydivers and you together. Then you're going to free fall a bit more and then you're going to release your parachute. You're going to do that on your own and then you're going to manoeuvre yourself and land in the drop zone. I've explained the challenge. Now, I know it's an enormous challenge, if you will, but I just want to ask you, now you can think about it for a little bit, how you feel about it, and if you still want to go ahead with it.
Yeah, I'll go for
You
it.
do want to go for it?
I'll go for it.
Okay, I mean, obviously, it's quite dangerous to do, and we do want to get you some serious training in before you go ahead with anything. But we've got a couple of brilliant instructors called Dave and Paul, and they're going to help us today get you through your instructing and stuff, and then do the dive. So you ready?
Yeah,
Go for it. Let's go for it.
So it was back to school for teacher Mel. Only this time she was the student, and was she going to have a lot to learn. Skydive instructor Paul Applegate began by teaching Mel the rudiments of parachute jumping, and her understanding of this was going to be crucial. If Mel's instructors weren't convinced she'd learnt the basics, she wouldn't be allowed to jump. Time to concentrate hard. There was so much to remember.
Check in.
Okay.
Check out.
Okay.
Up. Down. Arch.
arch, reach, recover.
Okay, good.
Training complete, the jump day's here.
So Mel, we've got less than an hour to go before you do your jump. How exactly are you feeling at the moment?
A bit nervous, to be honest. Yesterday was an absolute shock, and it took me a good few hours to get over it. But the training, I think, calmed me down a little bit, sort of set me focused. And I know what I've got to do, but just try not to rush it when I get out.
I mean, what are the things you've obviously done some extensive training? What are the things you think you're going to have to really think about?
Just basically the position and the free fall, the arch. You know, make sure I've got my hips far forward and make sure my head is up. Because if my head's down, then I'm going to start tumbling. And that's not what you want to do.
I mean, it is a spectacular challenge and obviously a pretty scary one. Are you still sure you want to go through with it?
You're just never sure, are you? Well, you are. You know, ask me in the plane when we get on.
I will ask you in the plane again, because you can change your mind at any time.
But then it wouldn't be a challenge if I come back down on the plane.
You're dead right, Mel, but the decision is yours. Mel can still say no to the challenge at any time, and a member of our safety team will take it up on her behalf. It's time for Mel and husband Alan to weigh up the options and think hard, because takeoff is imminent. It's one hell of a decision to have to make, because Mel knows exactly what's involved here. Real risks, real dangers, a real challenge. The tiny islander plane that will take Mel to 12,000 feet is almost ready, and Mel's looking cool. But on the inside, she's fighting those nerves hard. Just imagine what you'd be feeling now if you were Mel. After all, it's only 2 days ago that she was teaching in her classroom, completely unaware of her challenge of a lifetime. And the time when there'll be no turning back is almost here. Last time Alan will see Mel on the ground. The conditions for skydiving are perfect, and the Islander plane takes off for Mel's jump. She's now just minutes away from jumping out of the plane at 12,000 feet. Imagine the knot in your stomach if it was you. Almost complete, and instructor Paul Applegate points out the plane carrying the other 15 skydivers that'll join Mel in her formation. This is it. It's jump time. She's gonna do it. And there she goes. Essex school teacher Mel out of a plane at 12,000 feet. The other skydivers jump too in their race to join Mel and make up the formation. It's an incredible sight. Mel's falling fast and the skydivers begin to move into position around her. Just look at these stunning pictures and imagine the exhilaration Mel must be feeling. Green helmet and fall into place around her. Any minute now she's going to have to pull that crucial cord and release her parachute. The second critical moment of Mel's challenge. It's open! What a relief for Mel. Below her the other divers continue their descent, opening their chutes later. This will mean that Mel will be the last to land. All around her is action, but Mel's got to keep her cool and remember everything she's learned. The Oxfordshire countryside is right beneath her. Be talked down by instructor Dave Wood to conclude her extraordinary challenge of a lifetime.
That's good. Face that way for a little bit. Hold it there. Okay, well done, Mel. Turn left again and face the pit. Turn left and face the pit.
On the ground, tension runs high. Mel gets lower. She's almost down. She did it! School teacher Mel Cambridge has successfully completed the challenge of a lifetime. A stunning formation skydive from 12,000 feet. Just brilliant.
Look at your face. You look fantastic. Oh, that was... Are you all right? Yeah. How are you? I wasn't even conscious of falling or anything. There's no... You know when you go over a hill? Yeah. You're on a swing and you suddenly drop and your stomach goes? Yeah. There was nothing like that.
Really?
Nothing.
How do you feel now?
Well, I want to go and do it again.
I love watching those films back. I mean, what a fantastic day it was and an amazing achievement for you. I mean, what was it like when you found out what the challenge was?
I was just so scared. I thought it's the last thing I'd ever want to do on earth. I'm frightened of falling, but, you know, you never get this opportunity to do it, so you've got to go for it.
Exactly. And because of the special nature of the challenge, because it was quite a dangerous one that we did set you, you had to do a lot of training. So what was the training like?
It was really intensive. I think the first couple of hours I spent trying to come to terms with the fact that I was going to do this parachute jump from 4,000 feet. So they were a little bit concerned at first. I was a bit zombified, but after that I began to get into it and thought, yeah, it's possible.
Now that moment, you know that moment when you're sitting there, I mean, I'm sure we'd all like to, everyone at home, everyone in the studio, certainly I'd like to know that moment as you let yourself go. What does that feel like?
I don't know, I couldn't feel it. I just, all of a sudden, I remember seeing the pilot's head and my left leg sticking out of the plane somewhere. And the next thing I knew, I was the horizon was there and I was floating. Fantastic. And there was a cameraman going, ooh.
As cameramen do, they do that.
Yeah, they do that.
Alan, you were watching from the ground. What was it like for you?
Well, I was fine. I wasn't nervous at all for Mel until she got in the plane.
Right.
And when the plane took off and went up,
that was it.
That was when I started worrying, and I think I was probably more petrified than Mel was.
So Mel, you did fantastically well, and I know that you've got some of your pupils in the audience. So you think you did well, girls? Yeah. They're very, very proud of you. And before I give you your Challenge of a Lifetime medal, I just want to read what was in the other envelopes that you turned down. You chose the yellow one. In the blue envelope was to climb down the side of a North Sea oil rig, and in the red envelope was to swim across the Zambezi River. Oh, now that's dangerous. But it gives me great pleasure to say these words. Ladies and gentlemen, the Challenge of a Lifetime medal goes to Mel Cambridge. Yeah!
Mel, that was a good one. Now, if you think you've got what it takes to take on the ultimate test, the challenge of a lifetime, let us know now. Send your letters with a recent photograph to this address. Don't try this at home. London Weekend Television, London SE1 9LT. You'll not hear a word from us after you've sent your letter. The next thing you'll know is that your doorbell could ring one day and either Davina or I may be standing there with a personal challenge just for you.
And you know what we say, we can get to you anytime, anywhere. So beware, next time it could be you we come for.
That's all we've got time for this week, but please join us next week when Davina and I will have another 60 minutes of the most stomach-churning challenges you will ever see. We'll see you then, and remember these words which apply to everything you've seen in tonight's show. Don't try this at home. Good night, have a good week, see you next week.
For safety reasons, do not try to recreate anything you've seen on Don't Try This at Home.
And next week's programme is at the later time of 6:30. Next night on Grand Prix, stay with us for the Darling Buds of May.